Hi guys. So this is going to be a little update video on my past video that was like 40 minutes long, talking about this whole situation, this whole story time about a friend. And I'm just gonna say right now and drop it out in the open that uh you know, Samantha, the name that I used in that video, has told her friends about it. And even her friend who is in Michigan in a different state gives her all of these things, making me the bad guy, making me all of this when I didn't. It that video, and I've stated multiple times, is not a video to victimize myself and to make her the villain or make her the bad guy. I simply stated the situation, left people to think what they want to think. You can have opinions on it and shit, but this other person comments on it, the girl, and she's just like, all of this, you're gaslighting, you're a gaslighting liar, all of this, I handled it immaturely. What do you mean? If this was handled immaturely, first of all, this would probably be in high school and I would be talking shit about her and I would be doing all of that. But never once have I blatantly went like this and did that shit. I'm an adult. I'm not going to worry about that type of shit. I explain in my YouTube videos, this is my YouTube channel. These are my videos, my stories, which I have a right to. If you want to make your own YouTube video and whatever and want to put your point of view, you can gladly do that. I'll support you. Go do that shit. But for you to sit out there and call me a gaslighting liar when I have literally did everything to communicate with you, and I have not twisted this situation in any way. And if you think that, then maybe you should have communicated with me. Maybe you should have did this. Maybe you should have done that. But you didn't. You didn't. And that's your fault. So you do not have the right to be saying that when you did not want to talk to me personally. And that friend who commented on my YouTube video saying all of this shit, come and talk to me. Text me. Comment again and tell me to unblock you, because I will do that and I will sit down and talk to you. Not a talk where it's like, you did this, you did that, and screaming. I will sit down and explain and talk to you calmly, because I'm not, when I'm explaining a situation like this, I'm not going to be all crazy and all of that and point fingers at someone. That's not what I do when I sit down and talk with someone. So it's really enraging to me that they would label me as that, because the comment, this is literally like a whole Gabby Hanna situation where Samantha is literally Gabby Hanna. And in that video they're like, oh yeah, like don't I in the video, something to get the audience, the hook. I called her a narcissist, and if you paid attention throughout the whole video, if you watched the whole video, you would have known by the end that I was like, maybe I shouldn't have called her a narcissist. And I explained furthermore towards the end. But people like those who are so quick to judge, instead of sitting down and watching the whole video of me explaining my thoughts and feelings, and I was not pointing fingers, but towards the end, I did. Because it's a thing of like, I'm giving you all of this, I'm being vulnerable around you, I'm putting all of this, and you're not wanting to listen. I can't be sad all the time. I can't be crying all the time, crying about a friendship that I cared about so much that you simply don't care about. I can't do that. And what else to do with it? Turn it into anger. The reason why I make these YouTube videos, because I like talking about my problems. My mental health is bad. It gets bad when I don't talk about certain things. So that's why I make YouTube videos. I've made YouTube videos. I privated some of them. But I make YouTube videos. I do all of this. This is not high school anymore. And I understand that before I made YouTube videos about certain people back in high school, but this is not in that type of YouTube video. This is not. And the thing is, I made a that video as well to kind of make fun of the situation, because it's fucking stupid. It's a really stupid situation, and I laughed at it in the end, because when you, honestly, I could do even worse than what I have ever done, but I not like that, and I won't do it. I don't like when people call me those terms of me gaslighting and all of that, because what is the lie in here? What is the lie? Point out where the lie was, because I don't see it. And it's just, there's no right for you to call me that when you're not even in the situation, honey. Like, the person who commented, you're not in the situation. And like, I'm sorry, but I know that you want to defend your friend and like all of that, but this is not your place. You were never in this situation. All of my friends that I've told about the situation, they haven't commented on their social media. They haven't said shit about that. We talked about it, moved on. And after that YouTube video, I was like, okay, I'm gonna move on with that. I had a huge talk with my boyfriend and all of that. That I've seen now that I think Samantha thinks that I'm controlling him and I'm the reason why he's doing all of this. No. No, dude. He has been on board with this. I asked him first, do you want me to release this YouTube video? He said yes. I have his approval. He said it was okay and still thinks that it's okay. I am not in no way controlling him. He has his own actions. We have disagreements. So in no way did I ever force him to do something that he didn't want to do. And I've always told him, I was like, listen, if this is something that you're uncomfortable with, if you didn't like this, if you So, and then I think maybe it'll be called immaturely because, oh, I made this whole thing like public, like on social media. Like, do you not know what YouTube is? Like, there are millions and millions and millions of YouTubers, social media people. Like, they go on TikTok, they go on Instagram, they go on YouTube and make story times about their experiences. And you're gonna call all of them immature for telling them what happened? Like, no. And there's situations that are worse than mine that people talk about on social media. I'm not immature. And you want to go on this bandwagon of hate of, oh, she did this, you're lying, you're gaslighting us, like all of that, you're gaslighting the audience. You were literally in a different state. You are not a part of this situation. By me posting YouTube, like these YouTube videos, I am not putting the audience in this situation. I am simply stating out what happened to me. It's not like I sent the audience to go hate, to go all of that. And not just that, by you commenting on the video, obviously gets me more attention. And not just that, but you're also putting yourself out there with your full name in the comments. And then later on, you're probably going to think, oh, why'd you expose it, all of that? Like, no, you did it yourself. Because a situation similar, Gabby Hanna was talking about, what's it called, from Escape the Night, like all of that. She exposed herself that it was her who's making such a bad time in the studio, like on set. And that's exactly what you're doing. So I don't think it's very smart for you to have your full name out in the comments like that. And I just, if you're not a part of the situation, if you're not that deeply into it, because if anything, there was 4 people involved. My boyfriend, Samantha, Samantha's friend, me. If you're from the outside, you have no say of what truly happened because you weren't there. Even Samantha's friend, doesn't really have anything. And that's it. And I'm sorry that that's the hard truth. I'm not trying to make this harsh or being like, F you, like all of that. No, I'm not. I am telling you this from a mature point of view, and people who are immature refuse to listen. And that's the truth. And I'm sorry that maybe that's pointed at you. If the shoe doesn't fit, then don't wear it. That's easy. If you think that's directed to you, well, think about it. Are you this person? I know you're not talking about me when you're saying I'm gaslighting and all of that. I know you're not talking about me, and I know that's not true. When you break off a bunch of friendships and you think that it's a problem with them, common denominator, like, you're the problem. You are. It's just that. So it's kind of like, this is my YouTube channel. I do what I want to do here. You cannot tell me what things to do or not to do, because this is my platform. At the end of the day, you're giving me views, you're giving me comments. So you cannot just barge in here telling me, oh, take down this video, don't do this, stop talking about, like, how about Like, what are you going to do about it? We're not in high school. You're not going to go tell a principal or whatever. I did nothing wrong. I explained my situation. But you just don't want to admit that you're wrong. And that's okay. Because for the rest of your life, you're going to end up being like that. You're going to keep being that same person who doesn't think that they're wrong and admit to their wrongs. And you're going to keep telling your friends and doing all of this because you're in charge of the group, aren't you? And you like to tell your friends and you explain things to side with you. But I feel like you try to victimize yourself. But then again, if you're in a different state, you have no opinion. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you couldn't be a part of this, but that's just all I have to say about my feelings right now. I am angry. I am very sad as well. I have said multiple times that, you know, I cared about this friendship. I really loved her. I've shared my secrets with her. Like, I did nothing wrong. And I will always believe that I did nothing wrong. The only thing that maybe I have regret, and maybe that was my mistake, was to give her kind of the idea that she felt entitled to know everything about our relationship, but that's it. And if there's any more updates, I will always share. And I'm also going to revive this channel as well. So, pretty excited about that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's see what happens.